Losing weight and keeping it off are two very different things. Many people talk and focus only on losing weight, but not how to keep it off. And so more times than not, people will lose 20, 50, even 100 pounds, but have a hard time maintaining it and they end up regaining it and more. I'm Dr. Esther Shermadu. I'm a board certified family and obesity medicine physician. I powerlift and I love to stay active, and I work with high performing men and women who are tired of losing that same 10, 20, 30 pounds on repeat. Today, I'm giving you 3 strategies so you can lose the weight for the last time and the reasoning behind why the usual approach keeps failing you. You might remember the TV show The Biggest Loser. Contestants dropped enormous amounts of weight on extreme caloric deficits and hours of daily exercise over a short period of time. Dramatic results for dramatic television. Here's the part that didn't make the show. Researchers followed those contestants for 6 years. Most regained the weight or even more. And their resting basal metabolic rate, or their BMR, which are the calories your body burns at rest, remained low even years later, well below what you'd predict for someone of similar weight and size who didn't originally undergo a weight loss journey. Their hunger hormones shifted too, so they were much hungrier at the end of their weight loss journeys. Their bodies adapted to defend against the weight loss because the body is protecting against starvation mode. This is called adaptive thermogenesis. It's the body responding in the way that it was meant to in order to save you from starvation and keep you surviving. You may have even lived a similar version of this in the past. The same 10, 15, or 20 pounds lost and regained in each round feels harder than the last. It's harder for a reason. Every aggressive cut without a system underneath it teaches your body to run more efficiently. And while usually being efficient is a good thing, when it comes to weight loss, it isn't. If your body is running efficiently, it means it's using the fewest calories to do any activity. So you're burning fewer calories doing the same activities you used to do. For example, in an efficient body, you might burn 50 calories on a 30-minute run as opposed to a less efficient body, which might burn 150 calories on a 30-minute run. I'm just making up numbers here. And without resistance training and eating enough protein, a meaningful chunk of what you end up losing is lean tissue, not just fat, especially if you're doing so at a faster rate. This usually ends up in an unsustainable result, and oftentimes you find that you regain the weight or even more. And you regain it on a slower, more efficient body with less muscle mass than you started with. So let's fix the actual problem so you can finally lose that last 10 to 20 pounds. Here are 3 strategies I give my patients and coaching clients as part of my Sticking to Strength method to finally lose weight for the last time. This week, just pick one method and focus on that and make positive changes towards it. All right, strategy 1, build a lifestyle you can actually maintain. What I commonly see from my patients and my clients is that an upcoming event like a wedding or a trip or a health scare, something lights the fuse for the desire to lose weight and get in better shape. We see this happen every January 1st. People go from 0 to 100 overnight. Gym every day, calories slashed, the whole overhaul overnight. By the second week, you're under-recovered, underfed, and done. And this is why the second Friday of every January is known as Quitter's Day, when most resolutions collapse and the crowd at the gym dissipates. It's predictable because the all-in approach is built to fail. It has no foundation underneath it. Sustainable results come from changes small enough that you actually keep them. I ask my patients and coaching clients one question: what's one thing that's doable right now? If you're doing nothing, maybe it's a 10-minute walk after one of your meals, and that's it. Hold that until it's automatic, second nature, until it's boring and doesn't feel new anymore. Then add the next layer, maybe protein at breakfast instead of just carbs and coffee. Then the next one. This often feels too slow. It is slow, but it also compounds into major changes over time, and it's the only version still working a year from now. So today, pick one change so small that it's almost embarrassing, and do that for 2 weeks, and that's it. All right, moving on to strategy number 2. Build muscle while you lose fat. This is the one most plans get wrong. Muscle is the organ of longevity. It's your metabolic engine. It decreases the risk of insulin resistance and diabetes and protects against frailty and osteoporosis. It protects your longevity and freedom as you age. And it's the tissue that keeps weight off for years and years, because more muscle means a higher resting metabolic rate. So when you lose weight, the goal is not just a smaller body. It's a stronger body with its muscle still intact. One thing that I see many adults do is only going to high intensity circuit classes 3 or 4 times a week, or even more. These classes are great for cardiovascular system conditioning and developing a supportive community. They're wonderful for that. However, these classes are not built to build muscle optimally, because when your heart rate is elevated for the whole hour, you can't lift heavy enough to drive real strength adaptation. The load changes every class, so there's no progression to track. And repeated high-intensity sessions stacked on an already stressful life keep cortisol elevated and recovery short, which works against the exact body composition you're chasing. Building muscle needs two things those classes don't give you: heavy enough load and progressive overload. A little more weight each time, one more rep, one more set, all over time. Heavy is relative to you. The point is that you're progressing on purpose, not just sweating and getting your heart rate up. Pair that with enough protein and you preserve and build muscle while that fat comes off. Do this today. Replace one of your circuit classes this week with a strength training session focused on compound lifts. This can be body weight, bands, or with weights, your choice. All right, final strategy. Stop measuring success only by the scale. The scale moves for reasons that have nothing to do with fat: water, sodium, travel, the timing of your last meal. If your entire sense of progress is one number every morning, a normal fluctuation reads as a failure, and you quit something that was working. So measure what actually reflects the work. Are you getting stronger? More weights on the bar? More reps? Are you hitting your protein? Are your clothes fitting differently? Did you plan one meal for the week? Take that walk, do that strength session. These are the inputs that produce the result. The scale is one lagging output among several, and expect the plateau. Your body adapts to any stimulus and makes it the new baseline. A plateau isn't the end of progress. It's a signal to change the stimulus. Maybe add a load, add a little more activity, adjust your intake. Plateaus aren't failure, they're feedback. Do this today. Pick one progress marker that isn't the scale: your top set, maybe your protein intake, your weekly sessions, and track that only for the next month. So to recap, here's the prescription for losing weight for the last time. Build a lifestyle you can maintain through small, sustainable changes you can keep. Number 2, build muscle while you lose fat through progressive overload, because muscle is what keeps the weight off and keeps you capable for decades. And number 3, stop measuring success only by the scale. Track the consistent habits that lead to the results that you're after. Stop chasing smaller. Start building a healthier and stronger you. If you're looking for personalized guidance but don't live in Ohio or Indiana, or don't have access to me as a physician, I created the Stronger for Life coaching program. This is a 12-week one-on-one physician-led coaching program designed for adults anywhere in the United States and internationally who want expert guidance without becoming a medical patient. More importantly, you'll learn why the body responds the way it does. We'll explore how nutrition, muscle mass, sleep, stress, insulin resistance, and hormones influence your energy, body composition, and long-term health, so you can stop guessing and start making empowered decisions with confidence. This isn't a generic coaching program. You'll receive individualized coaching, accountability, and practical strategies tailored to your goals, so you leave with the knowledge and confidence to manage your health long after the 12 weeks are over. If you're ready to lose fat, build strength, and transform into a stronger and more energetic you, book a sales call today and let's talk. The link is in the show notes, and I'll see you next week.